Okay, everybody. I've had quite a few requests to learn a little bit more about the Ultimate. The Kongsberg Ultimate's our brand new machine, specifically aimed at the packaging market. But there's a few little points that are worth highlighting here. So, a couple of things that I really like about this machine. I don't know whether we can get in closer. This is a carbon fiber beam. It's extremely strong, and it's a wonderful piece of technology that's spun from a single carbon fiber filament and woven in different directions to give it incredible strength in different directions. Amazing piece of technology. You can also see here, we've gone away from having bump sensors for safety. Here we have laser ranging sensors. They put out an infrared laser beam. You can see I've triggered it now, so it's red. But when the machine's running, if I get a little bit too close, first of all, the machine will slow down. If I get too close, it will stop and it will go red, as you can see. So this means that the machine can operate in an environment where perhaps pallet trucks and people are wandering by, but it doesn't stop the machine continually and you have to reset it. So it's more sensitive to the environment around it, which makes it incredibly comfortable for this machine to operate around human beings. Something else to point out here as well, we took a big effort when designing this machine. So all the covers on this machine now you see here, it's already made from recycled aluminium. We had a target to remove all the plastics from the machine, and especially plastics that perhaps have a composite part to them, which makes them impossible to recycle. I think we ended up at about 98% of the plastics removed from this machine. We're going to continue to do it. The other thing, which you can't see, is under these covers, we have Kongsberg direct drive motors. Incredibly powerful, high torque, high speed, and that's what gives the performance that we have on the Ultimate become so remarkable. Those motors don't operate through a gearbox, they're direct onto racks, and that means that we've reduced the noise considerably on this machine, so it can operate in an office and people remark on how quiet a machine this is. So that's the Ultimate. We have 4 tool positions on here as well. We have camera registration mounted on the head, so we're looking on here. If we wander this little way a bit, just briefly here, you'll see some prints where we have registration marks, and that's so the Ultimate can locate on the sheet where the print is, that it's got a trim, and make sure that we stay within the bleed and the cuts precise. You can't see here, but I'll point. Underneath is something called the underside camera, which is a remarkable piece of technology as well. So when we're cutting and creasing packaging or display materials, as the sheets are loaded, they're loaded with the print side down, because when you're doing corrugated, you want to cut and crease from the reverse. But as the sheets pass over basically a slot in between the table and the loading bed, a camera scans the image of the sheet moving in real time, and IPC stitches the image together in real time, so there's no delay. And from that image, we detect the registration marks from the underside, and this means we can have perfect cut registration even when we're cutting from the top. As you can see, just to wrap up, we have the IBF and the IMS system here for feeding and stacking materials, and that's a little bit about the Ultimate.